Hello guys, welcome back to Planet Zoo Franchise Mode Episode 3. So today is an update video, as you saw from the title. We're just going to be checking out the stuff I've been doing off camera, because personally I just like building off camera better than building with the camera. Said me, as my channel for the past year has been me doing Jurassic World Evolution speed builds. So these updates are a good refresher for me. Also, side note, we got Barnyard and Zookeeper Animal Pack Bundle. We got the new animals. Let's go. I'm feeling good. I incorporated the Barnyard animals into our zoos. I'm hoping to add some more animals and just to open a new location in part 4. So we have our 2 zoos, Schitt's Creek Zoo, Sarnia Animal Farm. I was going to say Sarnia Zoo, but I don't think it qualifies as one yet. So we're going to start with Schitt's Creek Zoo. So that kangaroo down there is a sign of what's coming ahead later. But something else is that within episodes, we have babies. Plenty of babies. So that's pretty exciting news to the breeding programs out there. So far, we've only had one critically endangered one that I hope to send to the wild one day. The others have been least concerned species, which we can just keep. So it's not a big deal. So when we enter this, just note that I actually been doing a lot. So if this looks very different, it's because I've been doing a lot. So while this keeps loading, we are going to then talk about how we're going to move forward with this. So I'm hoping to open up another location, but as you can see here, lots of people, because we finally have the Sussex chicken, Gallus domesticus. Our British chickens right here in our chicken coop that is now usable, as in when we first started this series and we built the chicken coop first thing. It was the first thing we built. I don't even think we built the path first. I could be wrong. There was no chickens in here, and also this was just a back wall. There was no opening. But now we actually have chickens, and this is a functional enclosure that can be used in franchise mode because their welfare is perfectly fine in this little area. Some of the enrichment I put down doesn't work, but a lot of it that I thought chickens would use, they use, so it's not a big deal. So we are actually going to try to tour everything in under 15 minutes today. I think it's doable, so let's do it. So we're going to start with the red-crowned crane baby, Daichi. Daichi is our Japanese red-crowned crane. As you can see here, Daichi, or whatever your name is. I'm just going to say Daichi because I keep saying Daichi. Is alright. He is critically endangered, and he's a gold-rated baby, so I know he will get us lots of conservation credits and just some good street cred from the zoo. So, if his parents have more babies, I will 100% be releasing him to the wild, but if they don't, I might just keep him here for breeding purposes, or in case his parents die. But he has some pretty young parents, just 26 out of the couple years, 45. So anyways, here is another enclosure that we built off camera, but we actually built this in episode 2, but I didn't show it to you guys. So these are the colored peccaries, who also have babies. This is Miguel. Hola Miguel, ¿qué tal? Okay, so Miguel is actually going to grow up pretty soon, which is a bit of a problem for us, as we can only have one male peccary in this enclosure, and that would be his dad, Juan. Then again, Juan's pretty tiny, so we'll call him Juanito. So we're probably going to just trade him away. I'd say we're going to trade him away because releasing him to the wild wouldn't really do much, as they're a least concerned species with good habitat range, so they're not going away anytime soon. So we are just going to wait, because in this episode, I'm pretty sure Miguel's going to mature. So if you can see here, look, Miguel's still a baby, but it'll keep giving me notifications he's growing up, even though he's not. So we did originally plan for this to be an alligator enclosure, but I changed my mind. I thought it was more doable. The reptile room didn't change. We just got more axolotls. Okay, that broke. Who cares? We're going to go over there anyways. Because last time, it just stopped at this. But now, we have a whole new area emerging from the chickens. So, this is our habitat that I started. The dromedary camel, Camelus dromedarius. I don't know how to say it in a Latin accent, but yes, we have 2 dromedary camels. It's pretty neat. We have Riyadh and Aham, I think is how you say it. Aham. Aham is the pale one here, and Riyadh, I don't know what I'm saying, Riyadh is the brown one. They both have their own stories, which we are incorporating into the zoo, as our zoo has a story. The franchise mode is a story. We're just going around building mini zoos for animals in need. So this is personally, I think the dromedary camel doesn't get as much recognition that it does, because these guys are built different. These are like the perfect big animal starters, because they bring in lots, even if they don't have the highest rating. Still, our main appealing animal is the red-crowned crane, but these guys, these are the guys. They brought in our ticket prices. We could increase it by $2, and we would have like double the amount of guests because of the camels and how good our camels are. You can see here their genealogy stats. Expecting offspring. You can just see that they're built different. I couldn't recommend dromedary camels enough. The shelter is pretty basic. It's just Arctic wood pieces and ivy. But hold on. We're gonna wait till daytime before we continue. Okay, so it is morning time, and we're just gonna wait till it's day again because my camera isn't really good in sunset or nighttime. So we can see here Rachel, the chicken, is just chilling in the coop. She kind of stays by the coop. I like getting all their names right and just knowing who they are naturally. It's a good zookeeper thing. Something else that I also got to mention, though, is that with the arrival of Daichi, I actually expanded the enclosure a little bit more. Even though you can't see it, and I'm not going to show it to you guys, I did expand it. So the Barnyard Animal Pack, this is where it kicks in. Because we got the Highland Cow, or as they say in Scotland, the Hoyland Coo. I think that's how you say it. She just looks like an emo kid, but that doesn't matter, because I'd be emo too if I was shorter than a 7-year-old, and I was also 7. So this is one of our alpine goats. Alpine goat was one of the species I was actually hoping to get in the pack, and I think it's perfectly rated. I like goats in zoos, billy goats, normal goats, mountain goats, all the goats. They're all pretty good. Bighorn sheep, I don't know if it's a goat. I'm not good with scientific genuses. I just know like pinniped, and that's kind of it. So something else is that I think this is the best habitat I've ever designed realistically, especially for a camel. This chain link with the stupidity barrier in front looks pretty good. We also have seating for education. Even though it's a domesticated species, I hope that one day there will be a wild population again. Even though there's feral Australian camels. Those were brought in, and so they're still domesticated feral camels. Also, something else we should mention here is that in our story, Riyadh and Aham are actually rescues. We bought them from Tangier in Morocco from being saved from being a tourist trap on the beach in Tangier. Fun fact, I've actually been there and rode a camel there. So we're going to say that here we just saved them from being overworked as they didn't have good owners. so here we're actually loading into the next zoo, which is the Sarnia Animal Farm, as we did in the last episode, so pretty neat there. So here, not much has changed. Other than the fact that the zoo has doubled in size, not much has changed because it's actually just one enclosure. It is the kangaroo center for our red kangaroos who don't look like red kangaroos. So we're going to start back to where we were before. We actually fixed some things for the Indian peacocks and peafowls. What's up, Kikil? So quokkas, yep, we're all good. Because last time everything was like diseased. We got zoo reputation, that's pretty good. There's Lord Shen, and something else. Yep, there's Shen, and there. I know his name is Pratush, but for some reason it's not letting me rename him. I can only rename exhibit animals for some reason. I don't know if that's a glitch, but you will forever be known as Lord Shen. Someone vandalized our bee. It's not nice. I added some elephant grass in there, make it a bit more lush, and to stop the peacocks from wandering in here. But yeah, so we do have this guest gate. I built it before the Barnyard Animal Pack, so it's quite tall, rather than the one we saw before, which is a small opening gate. So now we are here, and I don't see... Oh, hello. Okay, you can we got the Defying Physics kangaroo right there. I think your name is Wartu. I don't know why I said it in a Spanish accent like that. You're a native Australian, but it's alright. So we only have 3 kangaroos in here. I believe Ellen is in here, which is neat because I think kangaroos are underrated in Planet Zoo. Because even though there are some issues with it, I think they make good starter animals and mid animals to just put in your zoos. Considering how dynamic you can make their habitats, you can do walkthrough, overview, you can do just a regular habitat, and because these guys are least concerned, you don't really need to worry about it for like conservation credits. It's mainly just habitat education boards in here because it is the Kangaroo Education Center, not just the Kangaroo Center. Okay, well that's gonna happen over there. Oh, yep, there we go. Made it over the obstacle. Something else to consider about these kangaroos is that they don't look like red kangaroos. They look more like, to my knowledge, gray kangaroos. Like eastern gray kangaroos from like Queens or New South Wales. So there is one issue with it though, is that they are all female. And if you go on the Franchise Mode Marketplace on console, I don't know if it's like a thing or not, but there is never any males. I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't want like baby kangaroo breedings going on, but still. Speaking of breeding, we have our 3rd species of baby, Shen's kids. We have little peacock chicks. I believe we have 2 males and 1 female. They do stick around each other, and by that I mean they mainly just phase into each other. It is not a big deal, but I think these guys are just like a chill little thing that you see walking by. You got those prescription asters that I prescribed last week. Yep, there's Mom. Geekil is still glitched and has a disease, so that's not great. I feel like that's kind of it though for this video today. If you enjoyed this update video, just give it a like. I'll probably do more update videos like this after I do part 4, which I hope to have to do with primates. But for now, I suppose that is goodbye. So I'll see you in the next episode. Subscribe.